we've all heard of stranger danger. Now imagine willingly hopping online and becoming best friends with a complete stranger who's basically just a voice in your headset and you sometimes never even know what their face looks like. Yeah, allow me to introduce you to online friends. As a kid, I wasn't allowed to have online friends. Honestly, I wasn't really allowed to talk to people on the internet. But that doesn't mean that I didn't have online friends. But if you're my mom, don't watch this video. I'm gonna be exposing myself pretty bad, and I do not want to get a message from you. Alright, so my first online friend was back whenever I was around 13. No, I didn't meet them on Discord, or Skype, or Club Penguin. I met them on DeviantArt. Yeah, it's crazy talking about DeviantArt now. But if you guys don't know what DeviantArt is an old art site where you could post your art and meet other artists. At this point in my life, I was so into drawing. I can't say drawing. Anyways, I was so into drawing my own OCs and animations, and I didn't have any friends who drew in my hometown because it was a pretty small town. And I didn't want to just walk up to people and be like, hey, do you draw? Do you like drawing? How about drawing? Think about it. Look at my OCs. Look at them. Yeah, I didn't want to walk around like that. It would be pretty embarrassing. So, what do you do if you have no friends in your hometown who like your hobby and you really want to talk about it? Talk to people online. Yay! Yeah, my mom's gonna kill me if she sees this video. Anyways, so my time on DeviantArt, I joined a small group of animation meme artists. It was just a smaller community who liked making little animations, talking about their stories, and making OCs together. And this is where I met my first online friend, and their username at the time was Delilah. So like I said before, at this time I wasn't allowed to talk to people online. And this meant having an online friend was a no-go zone. If my mom found out that I had online friends, she would take the internet away and probably my computer too. It would all be over. And I didn't want that to happen because I kinda like playing Minecraft a little too much. So that was a no-go. So I had to be a little extra sneaky. Delilah and I would chat through the Notes app in DeviantArt. And the Notes app was kind of like emailing, so it wasn't an instant message. We were pretty much emailing each other on the site back and forth, just like our OCs and then the story times, and anything that caught our interest. Delilah and I would go back and forth for hours just talking to each other, and we got really close. And for me, I was so excited to have a friend with the same interest. It got to the point that it was the only thing I was looking forward to do. And we would do a bunch of art trades, and it was a pretty fun time. It felt amazing having a friend who had the same interest as me, and I slowly made an entire friend group online, who I genuinely felt like myself around. Now with online friends, you obviously want to meet one day, and I wanted so bad to meet my online friends, but I knew my mom would not accept it. I mean, she didn't even know I had online friends, or if I was talking to people. But you know what? I was determined. Now, I don't recommend doing this unless you're very careful, okay? You should probably tell your parents. I'm honestly glad that nothing bad happened. So be careful online, okay? Anyways, I made a plan to meet some of my online friends at a convention. At the time, I was still a kid, but little me was plotting. The plan was simple. We would all meet at the convention, and I knew that I likely couldn't hang out with them, but I just wanted to be able to see them with my own eyes, okay? The reason I knew I wasn't going to be able to hang out with them was because my parents were chaperoning me at this convention. So if I just randomly showed up next to a bunch of people and acted like they were my best buds, it would be so obvious I was talking to people online and I would be grounded and everything would be gone. So I had to be really careful. And yeah, thinking about it now, buying a ticket to a convention in a complete different state just to see your friends for a simple second seems kind of silly. But I was determined, okay? Got to the convention and then the moment happened. I saw the friends that I'd been talking to for almost months. They were walking to the left of me and we just made eye contact while I walked past them. We all saw each other and there was just a giant grin on my face. And a small little wave, but my mom didn't see it, which was good. Because she would be probably really confused while I was waving to a bunch of strangers. Yeah, that is all I got for that convention of seeing my friends. I did not talk to them. I did not do anything else besides that. Like, that is just crazy to think about now because I bought a ticket to Minecon in Chicago. Like, I live in Florida at this time. Why am I in Chicago for no reason? And that's what I used my birthday money for that year on. Yay! But honestly, that was worth it. Being able to see my friends at least once, it made me happy. This is a couple years later, but my next experience with online friends was at VidCon. It was VidCon 2022. This was the first time going to VidCon for me. And it was also the time that I started working for Cash and Nico. And this convention would be the first time meeting them in person. I was so nervous, especially since we've been hanging out every day at this point online. I had my parents drive me all the way from Florida to California just for this event and meeting my friends. Yeah, at this point my family was chill with me having online friends. I was outside of the convention and I got the text saying that they're here. And at this point, I started to feel a pit in my stomach. What if they don't like me or think I'm awkward and don't want to be my friend anymore? Or what if I just say something dumb? I don't know what to do! Should I just go home? Why am I sweating? Oh gosh, I can't breathe. What's going on? Oh gosh, I'm gonna make myself a fool. No, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. And just like that, everything felt fine. And all those nerves disappeared. Well, until I said this. You guys are short. I felt so dumb! Like, that was the first thing I said to them? What? I literally have no room to talk about height. Like, to put in perspective, I'm 4'11". Like, oh my gosh, why did I say that? Ah! And you know what? Till this day, I'm still friends with a lot of people I met on DeviantArt, to my time whenever I was a Tommy in It Twitch mod, random Minecraft SMPs, Discord, and even YouTube. And a lot of my online friends slowly turned into friends who I hang out with in person. And I even moved across the country to live 5 minutes away from my best friend Nico. I also recently went on stage with some of my closest friends as well and got to experience VidCon with them. And that's pretty crazy to think about because I never thought I would be here. And thinking back on it, I don't think I ever would have been here without my online friends. If you're careful, that is. Please be careful. Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you for watching my very first video on this channel. I've been watching these kinds of videos since I was a kid, and it's kind of weird to think that I can finally do something like this, especially because I have quite a few stories in my back pocket that I have to share with you guys. I may make a second part of this video where I tell how I met Nico and more of my online friends, but let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that. Anyways, the next video should be out on this day, and I'll see you later. Bye!